Welcome to episode number 24 of this Dry Treat States MLB The Show 20 Relocation Franchise Series. And today I'm obviously playing my Dry Treat States MLB The Show 20 Relocation Franchise Series here in MLB The Show 20. Yes, MLB The Show 20, because you cannot port any franchises from the reason why I'm still in MLB The Show 20 is because you cannot port. The reason I'm still in MLB The Show 20 is because you cannot. The reason I'm still in MLB The Show 20 is that you cannot port any franchises from MLB The Show 20 to any later versions of the games. You cannot port any franchises or Road to the Shows, for that matter, from MLB The Show 20 to any later versions of the game. So I have to continue this series plus all my other MLB The Show 20 series here in MLB The Show 20. So I do have to continue this series and I have to continue this series plus all my other MLB The Show 20 series. I have to play all my other MLB The Show 20 series in MLB The Show 20. But it is what it is. In this episode, based on the title of the video and maybe the thumbnail, but definitely the title, it'll be based on the title of this video and maybe the thumbnail of this video, but definitely the title, this episode of this series will be the Home Run Derby here in 2021 in my Dry Treat Saints MLB The Show 20, or it'll be in this episode it'll be the 2021 Home Run Derby here in my Dry Treat Saints MLB The Show 20 Relocation Franchise Series. So yes, it is MLB The Show 20, but it is the 2021 Home Run Derby. The Home Run Derby obviously in real life and the All-Star Game in 2021, or the 2021 Home Run Derby and All-Star Game were supposed to be in Atlanta, but they moved it to Denver, Colorado, for reasons I don't want to say. I know the reason, and if you guys want to find out what the reason is, look it up. But either way, it was supposed to be in Atlanta, Georgia, but instead they moved it to, it was supposed to be in Atlanta, Georgia, but instead they moved it to Denver, Colorado. So it depends what the random stadium that's gonna pop up after. Or it depends what the random stadium that's gonna pop. It's gonna depend what random stadium pops up before I load into the game. But bottom line is, let's look at the stats so far for the Dry Trade Saints, for the players and the pitchers, or for the hitters and the pitchers rather, in the first half, along with the stand-ins, and then we'll get into the Home Run Derby. The guy in the Home Run Derby is the guy batting second, or at least batting second here in this lineup, which is against a right-handed pitcher and a DH. Because right-handed pitcher and DH, right-handed pitcher and no DH, and then left-handed pitcher and a DH, and then left-handed pitcher and no DH. Obviously, in this game, the pitchers still do bat when we're at a National League park. But obviously, the Dry Treat Saints did relocate. The Dry Treat Saints, or really rather the Tampa Bay Rays. I relocated the Tampa Bay Rays, and the Tampa Bay Rays became the Dry Treat Saints. So the Rays were in the AL East, so obviously they're in the AL, so there's a DH unless we're at NL Park. Sorry about that notification about MLB The Show 21. And then there's a file MLB The Show 21 ready to install, I think it said, but sorry about that. Brandon Lau, at least in this lineup, he's our leadoff man. 272 average, 14 home runs, 48 RBIs. Christian Yelich, batting 373. Yes, 373. 33 home runs and 100 RBIs. And this is only at the All-Star break. And this is the guy that's in a Home Run Derby, because I mean, he has 33 home runs, 373 average, and 100 RBIs at the All-Star break. Then we have Eddie Rosario, almost 20 home runs, just over 60 RBIs, just shy of a 270 average. Miguel Sano, he's right now has a snowflake, so he's kind of struggling, but he's still batting 272, just over 50 RBIs, and 1 home run shy of 20 home runs. Marwin Gonzalez, 270 average, 11 home runs, 42 RBIs. G-Man Choi, our first baseman, 262 average, 11 home runs, 28 RBIs. Greg Jones, our DH against righties, he's I believe a second-year player here in the majors. He's batting 288, 7 home runs, 26 RBIs, not bad. And then Manuel Margot batting 204, which is kind of low, 7 home runs, 22 RBIs. And Mike Zunino batting 297, 16 home runs, and 46 RBI. So Manuel Mardo right now, at least for these 9 players in this starting lineup, Manuel Mardo is batting the lowest. And then on the bench we have Hunter Renfroe, 222 average, 7 home runs, 19 RBIs. Williams Astudillo, 246 average. He's our backup catcher. 7 home runs, 20 RBIs. Mitch Haniger, 209 average, 1 home run, 5 RBIs through 110 at bats. And then Mallet Smith, 357 average, 3 home runs, 15 RBIs. So we have Brandon Lau and Christian Yelich on fire, and you have Miguel Sano, Hunter Renfroe, and Mitch Haniger all with a snowflake, which means they're kind of struggling. Or kind of struggling, or really struggling. Pitching staff, we have Ryan Yarbrough, 12-7 with a 4.31 ERA, 1.23 WHIP. Lucas Giolito, we got via trade from Chicago. We gave them Blake Snell, but at one point, that was this season. Blake Snell at one point this season had like a 7 ERA and a 2 WHIP. Yes, a 2 WHIP. So I traded him for Lucas Giolito. I don't think it was straight up, but those are the 2 big names in that trade, I believe. Yeah, Giolito, 358, 3.58 ERA, 1.18 WHIP, 7-5 record. Kenta Maeda, 11-4 record, 2.3 ERA, and a 1.02 WHIP. Yanni Chirinos, 8-2 record, 3.18 ERA, 1.35 WHIP. Jordan Balamovich, 9-5 record, 3.15 ERA, and a 1.15 WHIP. Tyler Glasnow, 5-0, just over a 2.5 ERA. Trevor May, almost a 5 ERA, 4.83. He's 3-5. He's pitched 50 innings. Diego Castillo has pitched 40 innings, 40.2 innings, 3.1 ERA and a 1.28 WHIP. Trevor Hildenberger, 4-0 record, sub-1 WHIP and a 2.55 ERA. Aaron Bummer, who I believe was another player that we got in the Lucas Giolito trade, 38 innings pitched, 1-0 record, 1.05 WHIP, 2.61 ERA. Nick Anderson, 4.44 ERA, 1.44 WHIP. Pitched 24.1 innings, 1-0 record. Jose Alvarez, 2-1 record. He's only pitched 2-1 record for Jose Alvarado, 1/2 setup man, with Nick Anderson being our other setup man or man. Jose Alvarado's only pitched 10 innings this season, so that's kind of weird. In what? April, May, June. So in 4 months, he's only pitched 10 innings. I don't know why he's only pitched 10 innings. He has a 2-1 record, a 7.2 ERA, and a 1.5 WHIP. But the only reason his ERA and WHIP is high is because he's only pitched 10 innings, and if you only pitch 10 innings, if you have one bad inning out of those 10 innings, you only have one bad inning, your ERA and WHIP will still go sky high because you only pitched 10 innings. And yeah, say out of the 10 innings, only one bad inning, your WHIP and ERA is going to be through the roof. Yeah, Taylor Rogers, our closer, 44.1 innings, 55 strikeouts, 1.22 ERA, and a 0.99 WHIP. And saves, he is 41 for 42 on saves. Yes, you can see right there, 41 saves and a 1 blown save. So he has 41 saves and 42 save opportunities. So he's only blown 1 save. That's incredible, actually. I don't know how that's possible, but it is. And in his career, Taylor Rogers had 97 saves and only 15 blown saves. I mean, that's a good number. 97 saves and only 15 blown saves. And he's pitched exactly 350 innings in his career. Has a 1.05 career WHIP and a 2.49 career ERA. But that aside, I'm going to show you who's going to be in the home run derby. Christian Yelich leads the AL in batting average, only up, 9 points on Mike Trout. And you have Jose Altuve, Yordan Alvarez, Luis Arraez is up here, who in real life won the AL batting title in real life in 2022. Jonathan Villar has hits, at bat Jonathan Villar, doubles, Altuve, triples, Starlin Marte is on the Yankees. Jorge Soler leads the lead in home runs. Christian Yelich is second. George Springer, who in this game is still on the Astros, is third, and then Jose Abreu is fourth. And then over in the NL, you have, I never can pronounce this guy's name. In real life, he's not on the Reds. I believe he's on, I don't know what team he's on now, but in this game, he's still on the Reds. And it's Henry, I know that's completely wrong. but it's an area or something like that. Suarez. He had 34 home runs along with Acuna. So it's Acuna or Suarez and Acuna. Then you have Machado in third, and then Josh Bell and Pete Alonso are tied for fourth, but they have Bell above Alonso. So it should be in the AL. It's going to be Soler, Yelich, Sprinter, and Abreu. And then in the NL, it's going to be Suarez, Acuna, Machado, and I believe Bell. If it's not Bell, then it's Pete Alonso. But yeah. So that's the 8 players in the Home Run Derby. Obviously, in the first round, it's 1 seed versus the 8 seed, 2 seed versus the 7 seed, 3 seed versus the 6 seed, and the 4 seed versus the 5 seed. So 1-8, 2-7, 3-6, and then 4-5. And obviously, remember, the lower seed goes first. No, the higher seed, I believe, goes first. So in this case, Yelich, I'm not sure what seed he's going to be, but I believe the higher seed goes first, I think. Or it's the other way around. I don't remember. But either way, let's get into the Home Run Derby. The Home Run Derby won't be in this episode, and that will be the only thing in this episode. The All-Star Game, which I will play the entirety of the All-Star Game. I will play the entirety of the All-Star Game with both controllers, like I always do for All-Star Games and my franchise series. I'll play the entirety of the All-Star Game with both controllers, and that will be its own video. And that video will be the next episode of this series. Speaking of that, I should show you the All-Star voting. And then we'll get into the Home Run Derby. Right now, not right now, but the starting pitcher for the Twins, or for the AL, is from the Twins. It's Jose Barrios. Obviously, there will be some more starters. Usually, it's the top 5 starters. And if it is, Kenta Maeda, a former Twin, is 5th. The relievers, you have this Hernandez guy first, but usually they bring in at least 3 or 4 relievers, maybe. And then closer, Taylor Rogers, but usually they bring in at least 1 closer, maybe 2, maybe 3, I don't know. Catcher, Mitch Garver from the Twins. First base, Jose Abreu, who's in the Home Run Derby as well. Jose Altuve at center base. Miguel Andujar at third. Jorge Polanco at short. So you have 3 Twin starters so far. You have Barrios, Garver, and Polanco. Left field, you have Yordan Alvarez, Mike Trout in center, and then Christian Yelich, who's going to be in the Home Run Derby, will be the starting right fielder. For the AL in the All-Star Game. And over in the NL, Walker Buehler will be the starter for the NL. And then Kyle Barraclough is the best reliever for the NL. Best closer, Kirby Yates. Barraclough and Yates, and Kirby Yates and Kyle Barraclough are both in the Padres. Catcher, Wilson Contreras from the Cubs. Freddie Freeman is in this game still on the Braves. Freddie Freeman, who's in this game still on the Braves, he's at first base. Mike Moustakas on the Reds at center base. That Suarez guy, who's also in the Home Run Derby at third base. Trey Turner, who is still in the Nationals, at short. Juan Soto, who's still also on the Nationals in this game, in left. Acuna in center. And then Mookie Betts, who's on the Brewers in this game, is in right field. So that'll be a stat lineup for both teams. But like I said, the All-Star Game will be its own episode, and that episode will be the next episode of this series. But for this episode, it will just be the Home Run Derby with Yelich. So let's get into it. I did not mean to hit that. I meant to hit that. Today is the MLB Home Run Derby. One of your team's players has been selected. Would you like to participate? Obviously. So it is, sorry about this inside the show garbage. But yeah, the default stadium here is Truist Park in Atlanta. So I'm gonna put it in I meant to show you the standings, but we are 3 games up on the Yankees, by the way. I'm not gonna go back to the standings because I'm already at the screen, and I'm already at the screen, and it's like 14 minutes into the video, and it's like 14 minutes into the video, and I haven't even gotten into the Home Run Derby. But the default stadium here is Truist Park in Atlanta. So I will be playing the Home Run Derby, and I guess the All-Star Game as well. I will be playing the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game in Atlanta at Truist Park. Or I should have said that the other way around. I will be playing the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game. I will be playing the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game at Truist Park. I will be playing the Home Run Derby and the All-Star Game at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. So let's get into it. Before I do that, Truist Park, home of the Braves, holds 41,000 149, opened in 2017. I have been to the stadium once. It was in 2018. Play style will be standard. Round times will be 4 minutes, and then the timeout will be on. So yeah. So it's at Yelich is the 4 seed, so he'll be playing the 5-seeded Sprinter. So I'll have control of Yelich, while the CPU will control everyone else. Let's get into the home run derby right now. So sorry about the inside the show stuff from Justin Allegri. Sorry about that, but it's gone now. So I'm the 4 seed, Sprinter and Yelich, and Bell is that 8 seed. Josh Bell is, who in this game is still on the Pirates. Yelich homers every 9.9 at bats, which is pretty good. It's 33 home runs at the break, and 100 RBIs. Here we go. This is the MLB The Show 20, so that's the LA logo, LA presentation. That's where you saw. That was the left field pavilion, and that was the left field pavilion in the background, Dodger Stadium, because you saw the pavilion roof and you saw the palm trees in the background. So yeah, Torres, Soler, Suarez, Acuna, Yelich, Sprinter, Abreu, Machado, and Bell. So the tiebreaker, bonus time, 30 seconds of bonus time are added for 2 home runs, 440 feet or over. If a round ends in a tie, tiebreaker swing-off will be played until a winner is named. Okay. Here we go. So yeah, the lower seed does go first. So I'm gonna. No, I can't. I need a Nets user batter. So looks like Soler beat Bell 10-9. So Soler will be playing a Sprinter or Yelich in the second round, and then Sprinter obviously went first because he was a lower seed. He hit 16 home runs, so I need 16 to tie, 17 to win, which that's a tall task. But I have 4 minutes to do it. 209 career home runs for Yelich. Here we go. And that's a fly ball. I think that's going to be foul, though. That's way foul. Here we go. 16 to tie, 17 to win. And that's it'll probably be a double, but it's a home run derby. It'll be a double in a real game. Here, that ball is going to get out of here. 370. Oh, I guessed it! On my first home run guess of the home run derby, I guessed it. I said it right before it came up. 410. Whoa, gee, 34 feet off. That dead center, or right center, that's right at 440. 427. That's a demolished baseball. Almost the same spot as the second home run. 445. 432. That kind of was an outside pitch. I'm not sure why I swung at it. And that's an land shy. The orange red is worth a minute in. 3 minutes left. Still need 12. Make that 11. Well, still make that 12 because I believe that's going to be fouled. Could sneak around the pole, but I think that's on the wrong, on the right side of the right field foul pole. Like, the wrong side, but I'm talking about like right hand. And that ball has gone into the tunnel over there in left center field. 450, I didn't guess it. That ball is going to be onto the roof of the chop house probably. And that'll hit the brick wall. I didn't guess that either. Energy of Yelich is in the yellow, but his energy does go back up to a 100% if I do call a timeout. 2:20 to go. I've gained 30 seconds of bonus time. That ball is probably on top of the chop house. No, it's in the last row. 4:22. 2:10 remaining. I need 8 more. I have 8 now, and that's including this home run. 4:34. That's on top of the chop house. So there's something ready to install. File ready to install on MLB The Show 22 as well, and MLB The Show 21. That's 3 in a row. That ball is launched, but foul into that sweets or something. That ball is hit hard. Energy's in the red. 140 to go, plus 30 seconds of bonus time. 440. 2 feet off. I don't call a timeout here with 1:33 to go. Energy of Yelich would go back up to green. It might not be 100%, but it's at least like 90%. There's Yelich in a photo with Mike Trout, Salvador Perez. I recognize Perez's face, and I'm not sure who the other guy was, but it was Mike Trout, Salvador Perez, and someone else. I saw it was 3 players. It was Salvador Perez, Mike Trout, and some other player. That ball, his energy, yeah, it's about 85%. 430 or 44. Like I said, I have been to this ballpark once. It was when it was called SunTrust Park. Now it's Truist Park. That's two straight home runs that are both 444. So yeah, 4 to tie, 5 to win. That ball did over the wall. It went into the bullpen at 411. That ball is demolished. 430. 9 feet off. 1 minute plus 30 seconds of bonus time. I'm within 2, or only down by 2. So 2 to tie, 3 to win. Really here 80 seconds. Plus that's including bonus time. I only have 1 timeout. Energy's in the yellow now. 410. It did over the wall. I guessed it! I've guessed another one. That's 2. And it's only the first round, assuming that Yelich moves on. Stay fair. 450? Is that fair? It is fair. On top of, like, the second level of the chop house. That was over the first level of the chop house. That was on top. That was like the roof on top of the roof. 402, and that does it. I forgot it was tied. I win it with like under half a minute to go, or at least I win it in the final minute. Yelich does, if not the final half minute. And I win at 17-16. And I'm going to be playing the 1-seeded Jorge Soler in round number 2, as all the home runs were to right field, which means they were pulled, or they were the center field. None were to the opposite field. Yeah, I'll be playing the 1-seeded Soler, but now it's the other side of the bracket now. But obviously I will be skipping this. 236 career home runs for Abreu. Yeah, and that's user batter. So it's like Abreu beat Acuna. Abreu, who was the 6th seed, beat the 3-seeded Acuna 12-8, and then you have the 2-seeded Suarez beating the 7-seed Machado 13-12. So you have Soler, Yelich, Abreu, and Suarez. That's in the semifinals. And I'm up first, because I'm the lower seed, so I control my own destiny here. Will that stay fair? I don't think so, as it's into the second deck up there. That ball will stay fair. Might hit the pole. 430, 411 on top of the roof of the chop house. But that 1 home run in the first round, late in the first round, was on the roof, on top of the roof. That ball is a crushed 441 onto the roof. But that 1 home run was down the line. That's dead center field. That's probably like 435 if it's out. It is out. 13 feet off though. That's 2 home runs. That ball is going to be into the bullpen or over it. That's only over 430. 7 feet off. Can I desk 3? I don't think I've ever desked 3. I've desked 2. And if I haven't, I have now. Because I have in this home run derby. 445. 4 feet off. I've desked at least 1. And if I haven't desked 2 before, I've desked 2 now. I don't think I've ever desked 3. That ball is crushed. That's 450. 1 foot off. I said 450, it was 451. I was 1 foot off from desking 3. And remember, there's still the finals. If I get there, 430 or 12, that's 7. I've gained bonus time. That's a liner, right? That's right, like where I was sitting. Where that ball went was close to where I sat for the one game I went to in 2018 when it was called SunTrust Park. Now it's Truist Park. It was the Braves versus the Blue Jays, and the Braves won the game. I forgot the score of the game, but I remember we left early because the Braves were blowing out the Blue Jays. 373, that's my shortest home run. Well, not my shortest, but one of my shortest. That was foul. And here we go. 2:15 remaining. Come on. Come on, Yelich. Yeah, I sat basically like where that ball went. Like I literally where that ball went, that last home run, which is 428 feet, that's basically where I was sitting. Where me, my mom, and my dad were sitting. That ball is out of here. I should be desking on every one, but sometimes I'm talking or whatever. Anyway, I should call my timeout. Energy's in the red. Will that ball get out? No, it won't. I'll call my timeout with, what, like 120 remaining. But I do have 30 seconds of bonus time. But remember, I can't control my own destiny because I'm going first. The other guy that's there, number 58, I saw his nameplate for a second, but I couldn't read it quick enough. So they gave me some Gatorade or some water or something. Here we go, 1:48 to go. That ball's crushed. That's going to stay fair. I'm crushing some baseballs on top of the chop house, 441. with 140 remaining. 430. 4 feet off. I'm close. That's a liner. I don't think it's going to hit over the wall, as it will hit maybe a halfway up, maybe a quarter of the way up. That ball, yeah, I haven't hit one in the opposite field. That ball is going to be foul. That ball is obliterated. 435. I just did it! Let's go! That's 3! I've guessed 3 home run distances. 2 in round 1 and then 1 here. You didn't miss anything, by the way. My last hit, 1 hop the wall in right center field, but I've guessed 3 home run distances. I've guessed 3 home run distances. 2 in round 1 and then 1 here in the semifinals. Let's go. That's a bullet, high and deep, but way foul. That ball is into like the sweets. And that ball is almost right where I sat for that one game in 2018. Literally, it's like that spot. It's like those 2 sections between the bullpen, and those 2 sections right over there that go all the way down to the wall between the Braves bullpen. I believe it's the Braves bullpen. And the chop house, those 2 sections right there, that go all the way down to the wall between the bullpen and the chop house. I forgot if it wasn't which one exactly it was. That ball almost got out of here. I have 17. I matched my first round tally. I have more here in the semifinals than in the first round. That ball is another one. That same lady. There's a lady standing right there. I popped that straight up. First time I think I've hit it to left center field or left field. But that's going to get down well shy of the wall. Bonus time now. Line drive. That's going to went off the wall. That's a fly ball. That's going to tail foul. 15 seconds. I probably have maybe 2 more swings. That ball. Energy is in the red. Will it stay fair? No. Probably my last swing. 5 seconds. I have 18 home runs and my energy is almost out. That's it for me. 370. 9 feet off by just 3 home run distances, and they're still possibly the finals if Soler doesn't move on. Soler hit 10 in the first round. His lawn was 447 feet. 19 to tie, 20 to win. So now he's a righty. He hit that, did a third deck. 459 just inside the left field foul pole. That ball is almost the same spot. So he's a righty, so he's going to probably be pulling him everywhere. That's 410. At some point, I might just sim, and if I don't, yeah, I'm gonna fast forward and pray that he doesn't hit 20. But yeah, if I do get to the final, I will be playing Abreu or Suarez, but also Soler could hit 17 more to win. No, 18 more to win. And I won 19 to 9. Holy cow! He hit 2 home runs in his first 2 swings. And then I stopped watching it like 30 seconds in, and he only hit 7 more home runs after that, so I beat him by 10, and now I'm playing, or I beat him by 10, and then Abreu, who was a 6th seed, upset the 2-seeded Suarez 11-10, so now I'm playing the 6th-seeded Abreu, and I'm the 4th seed, so Abreu did go first, and he only hit 10, so Yelich only needs 11 home runs to win the home run derby. So he's hit, 17 and 19, and he only needs 11 here in the finals to win it all here in the 2021 home run derby. That ball's off the brick wall of the chop house. And that's 4 home run distances. Maybe. 410 if it gets over the wall. 414 in the bullpen. I've hit 3 home runs. At least 3 home runs in just over that brick wall in the bullpen. And that ball's 385 in the first row of the chop house. That ball's probably on the roof of the chop house. 420. 430. I already have 4. Make that 5, and I'm only 30 seconds in. Dead center, 420. And 438 off the rots over there. Or not over there, but off those 420, 442 off the rots in the batter's eye. 440, 428. I only need 4 more, and I'm only 1 minute into the round. That might be my first Oppo home run. That ball, it is my first Oppo home run. First one to left field, 399. All have been to center or right field. First one to left field, though. And that could pull me within one. 440. No. Okay. You're only down two to win it here, and I'm just pulling everything foul. Still plenty of time though. 2:30 on the clock. That's gonna pull me within one. 440. And I only have 2 more guesses to try to get 4 right here in the home run derby. Make that 1 now. 420. 406 off the brick wall. 1 to win it for Yelich. 2 minutes to go. 1 home run can win the home run derby for Yelich. Yelich, that could do it. Maybe. It's my last guess. 430. It's 4 feet off, but Yelich has won the home run derby here in 2021. As he beats, I forgot exactly who he beat, but he still beat him. Or I forgot exactly who he beat, but or all 4 players he beat, or all 3 players rather he beat. But he beat him. So Yelich still wins the home run derby here in 2021. And I expected a louder cheer after the announcer announced Yelich's name, but he hit 17 home runs, 19 home runs, and then 11 home runs. And my longest home run of the entire home run derby was 455 feet. I hit that 455-foot home run in the semifinals. But yeah, I beat 3 players. I beat George Springer 17-16. I beat Jorge Soler 19-9, and then I beat Jose Abreu 11-10. So I beat George Springer 17-16, and I beat Jorge Soler 19-9, and then I beat Jose Abreu 11-10. So I beat the 5 seed, the 1 seed, and then the 6 seed. So not bad at all. But like I said in the standings, the Dry Creek Snakes are 3 games up on the New York Yankees for first place in the American League East Division. So yeah. I'll show you the standings in the next episode, which will be the All-Star Game. Which, remember, next episode of the series, I will show you the standings, because the next episode of the series will be the All-Star Game. And like I said, I will show you the standings in the next episode of the series, which will be the All-Star Game. In the next episode of the series, I will show you the standings, and the next episode of the series will also be the All-Star Game here in 2021 and here at Truist Park in Atlanta. So the next episode of the series will be the 2021 MLB All-Star Game here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. But yeah, like I said, I did go to 1 game here at this ballpark. I did go to this ballpark in 2018 when it was still called SunTrust Park. Starting, I believe, in 2020. That's the first year where it went. That was the year where it went from SunTrust Park to Truist Park. But yeah, I sat in those 2 sections in right center field that go all the way to the wall. I sat in one of those 2 sections that go all the way to the wall, and they're in between the Braves bullpen and the chop house. I believe it was on the right. If you're looking at the 2 sections from the field, I think I sat on the right side, on the section on the right. I got 1 baseball. I think it was from some adult during batting practice, because I remember I walked up through the tunnel with like 5 minutes left in batting practice, and I remember this guy caught a home run, and I'm not sure if he tossed me that baseball or if he had another baseball. But either way, I had a glove, because I had a glove because I remember my dad gave me 2 options: go to batting practice, or there was a pool at our hotel. Which, fun fact, you see that hotel above this home run derby bracket right here, and to the right of the scoreboard, that hotel right there? We stayed in that hotel. It wasn't one of those rooms, as you can see right there, that faced the field, like directly in that. I think because of those rooms right there that have a balcony, and you can literally sit on that balcony and watch the game. Mostly, and the only thing that you might miss is something that happened in like the left field corner because the scoreboard might block it. We were in one of those rooms that were right there, that faced that way, so you could see like the chop house and stuff, and you still could see the field. The only thing you couldn't see was like left field and left center field because the scoreboard was blocking. But I remember my dad gave me two choices: to go to batting practice or go to a pool. Which the pool would be, you can't see it, but it would be like right here. It would be like right here. Just obviously not literally right there, but it would be back farther, and it was right. If you're looking at the hotel from this view or from the field, it was down onto the right. So that's what I did. I chose to go to the pool instead of batting practice. But when we walked in, there was still like 5 minutes of batting practice left. A guy caught a home run from the Blue Jays, because remember the home team in batting practice hits first if they hit. So it was Blue Jays were taking batting practice, and he caught a home run. I'm not sure if that was the ball that the guy caught or I'm not sure if the ball he gave me was the ball that he caught, or I'm not sure if the ball he gave me was the one that was the home run, or if it was another one that he caught earlier in the day. But either way, he gave me one. I remember he looked at me and I had my glove, and he just tossed it right to me, because I thought there was like a kid right in front of me, and I thought he was tossing it to him, but then it went up in the air after we looked at each other for a second, and then he threw it up underhand, and I thought it was the kid right in front of me, but the kid in front of me didn't even move, and then I put my glove up and caught it, and I have it in my office. That was when 4 years ago. That was when I was 12, I think. I know it was 12. Well, yeah, I might be thinking 4 years ago, yes, but also I'm just making sure it was in July of 2018, and my birthday's May 1st, so I was 12. I do have a vlog about it on my Vinny J channel, which is my other channel, which is my vlog channel, which will be now in the sky in the top right corner right up here, because I just said that, and also because I posted a vlog of Tribe Homecoming 2022, at least today, the day I'm filming this video, and then tonight I'm going to the first Texas Stars game of the season, or really the second Texas Stars home game of the season. The Stars played last night, which is Friday night. We didn't go, they lost. Tonight we're going, and they're playing the same team they lost to last night. So it's the first Texas Stars game that we're going to this season, but it's the second Texas Stars game of the season, but our first Texas Stars game of the season. We're going the game tonight, so there will be a vlog about that. There will be a vlog of that game going up, Sunday, and this video will probably be going up on Sunday as well, Sunday or Monday, but this video should be going up on Sunday or Monday, hopefully Sunday. But yeah, Yelich has won the home run derby as he beats George Springer, Jorge Soler, and Jose Abreu, as Christian Yelich has won the 2021 MLB home run derby here at Truist Park in Atlanta, Georgia. And in that game, the Braves game against the Blue Jays in 2018, when I went to with my parents, the Braves won the game. I forgot that score, but I think they blew out the Blue Jays. And towards the end of the game, we actually went up to the hotel, left the stadium, and went up to the hotel and put the game on, which there was a little bit of a delay. I'll tell the rest of the story in that slip. So while I was saying that the Braves blew out the Blue Jays in this game. I forgot that score, but they blew them out. We went back up to the hotel maybe in like the 6th or 7th inning, just because I was like, we don't literally watch it from our hotel, most of it, except for you couldn't really see, like I said, left field and left center field because of the scoreboard blocking it. But through the game on, there was a little bit of a delay. This guy hit a home run. And you didn't see, in real life, there was a little bit of a delay. The TV was maybe 20 seconds behind, maybe 15, 20 seconds behind. So this guy hits a home run, and the lights I think are going flashing and stuff, and everyone's celebrating. And on the TV, it's the previous pitch still, or the home runs, and he's rounding on the bases, and he say rounding third, and then on the TV then he hits it. So it was a 15 to 20 second delay. So he would hit a home run in real life, and then 20 seconds later on the TV, he would hit it on the TV. So there was a delay, but it was a fun experience. And like I said, the Braves did blow out the Blue Jays, or not, I don't know, blowing out, but I know for a fact the Braves did blow out. Or I know for a fact the Braves did beat the Blue Jays. And then I remember we left early the next morning. We left at for the airport. I think it was at 5 a.m. or earlier. So, and we only stayed at the hotel that one night. the night of the game, and then we left I think like 5 for the airport at like 5 a.m. the next morning or earlier. But I know for a fact we had to leave early the next morning for the airport. And we weren't just there for one day. It wasn't. We did other stuff on it on that trip to the Georgia area. We also went to Tennessee, and then the Braves game was the last end of our trip. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll find out what and when. So thanks for listening to my story. That I mean, might be cool to some of you, but also you might not care. Some of you might think that's interesting about me going to the game and staying in that hotel over there, and some of you might think it's boring and you don't care. But I still said it and still shared that story with you. And yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll find out what and when the next video on this channel will be when I post it. And there's a possibility that the next video on this channel will be after I get back from hunting. So I'm going pheasant hunting in Iowa from October 22nd to October 27th. So I have that, school, and then basketball that starts like in a couple of weeks. So the next video on this channel could be after I get back from hunting. But yeah, that's pretty much it. You'll find out what and when the next video on this channel will be when I post it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay guys, time for closing the board. If it's episode, hit the like button. Okay guys, time for closing the board. If it's episode, hit the like button. Subscribe if you have yet. Tell your mom, dad, grandma, and grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. And you know what? I'm gonna see you in episode number 25 of this Dry Treats Snates, and will be the show 20 Relocation franchise series. See you in episode number 25. And eat a lot of bacon and go Snates.